This is Autobody Man coming to you live from my garage area. I just got done applying a first coat of clear coat, and I figured I'd show you what I've been doing. What you're going to need for this project is a well-ventilated area. You're going to need a respirator, gloves, and a proper can of clear coat. I'm going to use, let me get this clear coat real quick. This particular style of clear coat, there we go. You can get at any Lowe's. It protects and seals at the same time. I got the glossy finish so I know when I get done it's going to look really glossy. It also has a locking feature and a feature where it can unlock so I can spray. Then it locks back up. Click means it's locked. So it could actually do what I want it to do. But let me show you what the clear coat looks like when it's drying. It has a nice glossy finish. The reason why I'm doing it this way is to prove that you'll notice I still have those two holes. I didn't sand them down or nothing. And on here too, so you know what it looks like when it's dry, and the right way how to cover the Bondo. So when you go to do paint, there's a reason why I'm going to show you why I left those unique spots everywhere on this helmet. That tells you what not to do for next time you decide to do it. This is why I always tell you need to make sure it's nice and sanded. And if you look, there is a slight sheen to it, like right here. And I hope this way you could actually understand why I do what I'm telling you I'm doing. Let's actually get this, go back in here like so. I'm not wearing a helmet at the moment because of this problem. I locked the door. Just trying to get some more light in here so you can see. Okay. And you notice I'm doing this in a well-ventilated area, for one. And two, there's not much stuff around for the overspray to catch. I mean, there's no other cars in the bay. I could put a drop cloth down to section off everything else, but what's the point? This way it will dry quicker and I don't have to worry about doing any much other stuff to it. If you're gonna be doing this, make sure you have gloves, of course, a respirator, and the proper clear coat or primer that you want to put on it. This way, when I go to sand it later, if you feel like you need to sand it later and the paint didn't come out perfect, this will show you all the imperfections in the paint and whatever else that may happen later. So let's put this other second coat of clear coat on the inside, and then we'll wait another 2 minutes and we'll flip the helmet over and actually start painting the outside of it. Now I'm going to unlock it, shake it. Make sure it's nice, even strokes. We'll wait a couple minutes while that's drying. This is, I'm probably tell you now, I'm going to be getting some more gold and black. I got some black I'm going to use. Show you the paint I'm going to be using for the next step in our phase here. Yeah. And tell you what not to get for when you go to the store and you're like, oh, all the blacks are all the same. That's not completely true. Let's turn you up here. Face you down like so. Flip the script. Okay, you're like, oh, all the blacks are same, so why not use trimming and bumper paint for my next step? You don't want to do that because this will fade over time, and it doesn't. It dries flat, so it doesn't come out right. You can go to Walmart and just pick up some cheap crap, $10, like black spray paint. But if you do that, it won't come out as well as you want it. I'd rather go to Lowe's and pick up some more metallic gold. This is the Walmart brand. It's a color called Colon. Actually, it's Kryron Maximum. This is what I used last time to get that gold finish sheen that's in the helmet there. But I'm going to go for a different gold color. Only because this one didn't dry the way I want it to. So I'm going to be using black and gold. And I'm going to try to get that marble feeling for the hydro dip next time. So what I'm going to be getting is more black paint, more gold paint, and show you the right way to how to hydro dip this thing. Hopefully it comes out the way I want it to. If not, probably do it again and redo it. That's the good thing about spray paint. If you use some stripper, we'll strip it down to the Bondo again, and we can redo it again as much as we want. So we can get it done the right way. And this has been brought to you by Auto Body Man. Let's get back to the action. Okay, now we're going to flip this thing back over. Flip it over properly now. And we're going to paint the outside of it with clear coat. Okay. Make sure it's nice, even strokes, and when you're going over that second pass, overlap it so it doesn't mix. Whoops, almost hit it. Almost got enough to finish this off. Now we're going to let this cure overnight. What I mean by cure, I'm going to let it dry, and then we're going to be ready for next stage, which will happen next weekend, which is going to be the hydro dipping. What you're going to need for that, I'll tell you now, while we wait for this thing to dry. Let me move this table in the right spot, maybe touch it up a little bit, and then I won't have to worry about it until next week. If I got any other, I'll have to clear cut somewhere. Okay, now I'm going to let that dry. Take off my gloves, throw them away in the proper garbage can. I have a garbage can box for this event here. Let me swing you around and show you what I'm talking about for next week. You're also going to need a 3M respirator, gloves. I prefer the kitchen one, because they're longer and you're going to need them for when you go to dip. I have a bucket already here. If you notice, this is the bucket I'll never use again because it still has paint on the inside. See if I can if I'm showing this right. Yeah. This will never turn out this way again. So I'm using a bucket I'm never going to use again. You're going to need maybe enough to basically fill the container of water. You're going to need your spray cans that you want to use to do the hydro dip with. Your paint, yeah. Like I said before, you're going to need a can of black and a can of gold if you want to do this gold black marble mix that I'm talking about. The gloves, I prefer you to use. Let me grab one to let you know what it was. Something like this that comes up your arm, at least up to your wrist here, because you're going to dip the part into the water that has paint on top. This will do a lot of fumes, so make sure you're doing this in a well ventilated area too. So like I said, find gloves that you could use. a bucket that you'll never use again, paint that you're going to use to do this hydro dip. Come on. There we go. Paint that you're going to use to do the hydro dip. I'm going to do it like this only because I need a part, the part you're going to need for the hydro dip. These are some center caps for a Ford Ranger. And maybe if we get lucky enough, I can get my stepbrother to let me do his center caps. And I'll pick those colors that he wants for those. See if he wants those hydro dipped. Center caps, which that's what I'm using for that. And a reliable, if you're under the age of 15, I would recommend a parent or guardian's help with this. So you can get it done perfect, because some of them have really decent hands to use. And you can't forget your 3M respirator. Of course I dropped the part. Come on. This is funny watching me trying to set this all on here. Oh well, screw it. Do it this way, make it easy. So I got everything I need in this bucket, including the bucket. Let me get this out of the way because I need to put the car back in here. And this goes with me when I go inside because I have to replace the filters. To replace the filters on here, all you have to do is take it apart like so, put a new one on, and then clip it back on. When you get a new respirator, this will come apart. All of this would be apart like this. It'll come like this if you get it from Lowe's. Just follow the instructions. Make sure you line up everything, because depending on the way that they tell you to do it. There we go. It'll snap on like so. Make sure you adjust the straps to make it fit your head and helmet and neck, so it'd be nice fit. And that's all the time we have today for this video. And I am here to say I hope you have an auto body day.